Welcome to Black Ops 4, where we feature fast paced action that has the same amount of time to kill as every other Call of Duty. Totally. And featuring a classic set of maps that definitely do not get you killed in your own spawn, and featuring score streaks just like you remember them in Modern Warfare. Just like it. So get a mic, plug it in, and have the mental capacity to be able to communicate with your teammates and hope the teammates actually listen to you, because it's time to play Black Ops 4. Enjoy? Go fuck yourself. Hello everyone and welcome, I'm Bruggerman, and today we're talking about Black Ops 4. Welcome to Black Ops 4, am I right? Yeah, totally, because people really like this game. No, they don't. No. I think a lot of people are disappointed at what they got Black Ops 4. I mean, we usually expect a lot more from Treyarch, but this time around, no, that didn't happen. I think people are really making it seem really bad though. You know, all that shit about like, yeah, this is not like the past Call of Duties, which it shouldn't be. I mean, people complain about Call of Duties being all the same every year, and they're actually trying to do something different this year, so I can't really blame them for that. But obviously there are problems with Black Ops 4 being really not that fun. One major problem that Black Ops 4 has that I think everybody can agree with is the time to kill. Oh my god, it's too long. Slow it the hell down. It's just so hard to kill one enemy. I mean, you going around lone wolf and you find two enemies, you're screwed. Especially being complemented by body armor, if you want it to be complemented at all. Because body armor, right now, it's really overpowered. There's something being done about it right now. But even without body armor, I mean, the time to kill is just way too slow. I know they increased the health from the past Call of Duties, but this is too much. It just feels like everybody is a sponge walking around. I'd really like it if the time to kill was a bit faster. Another thing I believe we can all agree on is the map selection. It's not really anything special. We have 5 maps in this, and none of them really speak out to me a lot. There's about one problem for every map that I can name. I mean, we didn't get a map like Combine or Nuketown or anything like that. We don't have a small, fast-paced map. We have all these maps that are all 3-lane maps, and there's nothing really special about any of them. None of them feel really that fun, and it's just a shit show. A problem that some of the maps have is the spawn trapping. Like, the spawns are just so weird in this game. Usually if the enemy team is partied up, you're in a team deathmatch game, they're just enough to be inside of your spawn, but you keep on spawning in that spawn, so you can't actually spawn anywhere else. And there's really nothing you can do about it. I believe there's a specialist, I think it's called something like Syrup, I don't know, but they have this tech deploy beacon, and it makes it so that enemies spawn there just continuously, and it makes it faster paced, I guess. But really, no, it's so annoying having so many enemies come out of one area, and just it helps with spawn trapping so much, and it's so annoying, especially in the map Payload. If any of you have played Payload in Team Deathmatch, I believe a lot of you will know what I'm talking about. Another thing that is pretty bad about this game is the score streaks. These score streaks are pretty underpowered, though the counter UAV is a bit buffed in this game because of some of the specialist abilities. I'm looking at Recon. I see you over there, boy. But there's still other specialist abilities out there, like the Sentry. It dies way too fast, and it's so weird to place down. I don't see it used at the enemy team a lot. There's a lot of times when I actually get the chopper. I don't think it's that hard to get the chopper though. I know people have been saying that these score streaks are harder to get now because they cost more, but really the specialist abilities make it so that you can easily get them. Like if you're playing Recon, you just have to use your ability continuously and you can get points. You don't even have to get a kill. But just the score streaks, they're underpowered. They need to be buffed. I know there's something being done about the score streaks right now, so Black Ops Treyarch, for future reference, don't do it again. One of the new things about Black Ops 4 though as well is the game mode control. I'm not a big fan of it because when a team, they're all in a party together, they're all playing with their buddies, and you're just in a team, nobody's using the mics, nobody's using communications, and you just go in and you get absolutely screwed. And it's so annoying because there's nothing you can do. You just have to go in there and try to do it. Sure, control is a pretty cool idea for a game mode, but right now, it's not working out too well. Call of Duty is based on fast paced action, like I said before, and this doesn't really complement it. So, Team Deathmatch, it's still probably the go to game mode for this game. The load time to get into the game as well is pretty long. It takes a whole whopping like 2 minutes to actually start up in a game. If you've like ended the game, now you're in a lobby and going into another game. Something that this game does is you actually can choose your class that you go into in game before the game even starts. You just go to class and go over what weapon selection that you want to start with. I kind of like it, but at the same time, if you don't know if it's in there, you just spawn into the map sometimes and then you're just given that class. The same thing can kind of happen with specialists. Sometimes the game will choose your own specialist, especially in search and destroy games where you have to re-choose your specialist. If you re-choose your specialist, you die and you don't respawn. It's really dumb. But I mean, in other game modes, it's just really annoying. I mean, I'd like it if I actually got a chance to choose my class and choose my specialist before I actually spawn in. So that's it for the bad things about Call of Duty. Everybody is talking about them. I'm not going to shit on it any more than it needs to be shit on. So let's move on to the things that are good in Black Ops 4. Definitely the weapons. The weapons are solid. Things that actually make it fun to use is the weapon attachments. I definitely think this was a good idea. It actually encourages you to use a weapon because it doesn't make it so that you half use the weapon, just try out the gun and completely discard it if it's not good. It's good and obviously you keep on using it. In this one, no, you are encouraged to fully upgrade every gun that you get, mainly because of the operator mods that are in the game. Not every weapon has an operator mod, which is kind of weird. I think they should have an operator mod for every weapon, even if it's the smallest thing. But the operator mods on some of the weapons, they're really good. Some of them might need to be buffed, like on the Spitfire. It's not that great. The GKS I found to be a really good gun. Sure, it wasn't a good gun to begin with, but once you get the attachments on it, it actually becomes a really good gun, and I found it to be really useful in certain situations. This kind of adds replayability value, like if you want to use different weapons in certain game modes or certain maps. You could do that now. You can combine it with certain specialists. You could do something pretty cool with that. Something else that I'm happy with is perks. Perks counter specialists. I don't like specialists that much because I feel like it's just kind of a cheap kill to get when you're going into a game and there's a guy with a purifier and he just wrecks everything. It can still happen, but it's less likely to happen with some perks like Tactical Mask. You won't feel the effects of being burned as much with Tactical Mask. And there's a bunch of other benefits with Tactical Masks. You can use Flak Jacket to counter Nomad and Battery, all that kind of stuff. It depends on what your preference is and what you're actually going into. You can create your class before the game accordingly. So looking at the ratio of what is good about the game and what is bad about the game, it's not looking very good. There were so many things I listed about what's bad of the game compared to what was actually good in the game. These things can be fixed. They are being fixed right now. Some of them are being fixed. There's a couple more things I want to mention that are pretty good, that would be good in the game. Right now, corpse launches, those are amazing. Keep those, please. Last game, we got paint jobs. Paint shop, that was a really good addition to the game, and it kind of made it so that you're able to customize your weapons a bit more. So please put paint jobs in the game when the game comes out. And the last thing I want to go over real quick is zombies. We didn't get zombies in this, but I gotta say, the game is feeling really good right now, and I think when we get into zombies, it'll feel really good just to be able to go around killing zombies. I really like the weapons, so I hope they don't change too much in the zombies game mode. And hopefully it's not like Infinite Warfare in World War II, and I'm sure it won't be, but Treyarch, don't learn from those guys. They didn't do that good. You did good. You know what's good. Do it. So, just to recap about what I just said, things to fix, time to kill, definitely make that faster, and definitely nerf body armor enough so that the time to kill is okay. Hopefully later we'll get better maps. I want smaller maps. I don't want complicated maps. Fix the spawn trapping, especially in payload, and do something about that syrup specialist. I hate that specialist so much. Score streaks, definitely buff them. Call of Duty is kind of known for score streaks, so if those aren't good, I guess the game isn't good. And the game modes, I want control to be less team based. Sure, control can be fun if you have friends, but not for the other team if they don't have friends. The selection of game modes, change that so that we can actually choose team deathmatch, kill confirmed, hardpoint, domination, just on its own. I don't want a playlist. It's just dumb. And fix it so that when you spawn into the game mid-progress that you don't spawn with a random specialist. Actually be able to choose your specialist and be able to choose your class if you're just going to go right into the game. And the things to keep in the game, weapon attachments, I love those, add more of them. Perks, definitely go with the countering the specialist perks. I'm liking that. So right now, if I were to rate this game, it'd probably be like a 6 out of 10. It's not terrible for me. Once I started upgrading the guns, it became a bit better for me. I learned what guns are good, what guns are bad, what kind of guns melt the enemies. Let's hope that it gets better as the beta goes on. And remember, this is just the week 1 of the beta, and right now, the state of the game for the community is not looking good. People weren't looking forward to this game to begin with because they didn't really like how there was no campaign. But thank you guys for watching this video. I hope you guys enjoyed. If you did, like the video. If you like my other videos, make sure to subscribe. But other than that, I'll see you all later, unless you see me first. And good luck for the future of Black Ops 4.
Mobile infantry down.
Hostile RCXD spotted.